In May, the Perry Highway Hose Company will no longer offer mutual aid to neighboring EMS providers. And leaders are saying the company loses money on mutual aid calls.
It's a decision that Erie County leaders today said was dangerous on its own, but they say it highlights a broader issue facing our community, a problem that threatens the well-being of everyone in our region.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
When you call 911 in a medical emergency, you expect EMTs to respond, but fewer people are answering that call to service.
Volunteerism is dead. We went from having 500,000 volunteers to 38,000.
Responding to those calls isn't cheap, and billing insurance doesn't make up the cost, so providers are almost guaranteed to lose money.
So you're kind of in a losing proposition all the time when you're providing emergency medical, that you know you're not going to recoup your entire cost on your billings.
Recognizing that, Perry Highway Hose Company decided to stop responding to calls outside its area, saying it simply costs too much.
Unfortunately, it's getting used and pulled out of Summit Township to several other municipalities, and not even just neighboring municipalities, but municipalities as far away as Northeast and Springfield.
County officials, however, say that decision is irresponsible.
To put other municipalities on notice that as of May 1, we're no longer going to provide mutual aid services is inherently dangerous to the safety and welfare of our community.
Still, local leaders admit EMS services are in crisis, an expensive service that can no longer be offered without using tax dollars.
That if you want to be sure to have EMS in your community, you're going to have to invest in it. EMS is not free.
So they're working on regional solutions, combining townships and boroughs, asking longtime rivals to work together to make sure when you call for help, someone responds.
We need to put away our, I'm in charge of this area and you're in charge of this area, because we can't do it by ourselves. We can't provide that service by ourselves. So the only way to do that is reach across municipal boundaries and support each other.
It's a costly, crucial problem with thousands of lives on the line. And it is a huge problem. We've seen out in West County now, Cranesville is under contract to provide services for a wide swath of western Erie County. And that's what you're likely going to have to see in other parts of our region too, because it's just not tenable to have every volunteer fire department providing these EMS services losing money on it. And they're a volunteer organization. They don't get taxpayer money. The money has to come from somewhere. It's going to have to come from taxpayers, and you're going to need a regional approach. But as you well know, it's hard to get these municipalities to work together when for centuries they haven't had to. There's that sense of pride you've got to overcome to make this happen.
Hard to get volunteers and hard to just, see these changes happening.
And really, really expensive too. And finding trained professionals who will do it for the right price, huge problem, but you need them. You need to have somebody show up when you call 911.
Exactly.